Hi, friends. How are you? It is November the 27th, 2020, and I just want to read something to you that Lionel sent in his newsletter. And he says, quote, "But you never really understood how corrupt the GOP was, who resented Trump's power more than anyone. GOP has no successors because the last thing they want is another Donald Trump. The next in line is, as far as heritage GOP is concerned, is unrecognizable." So what, and that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's true. And what is true is that the Republican Party is just as much at a total loss as to where leadership is going to go in the United States as the Democrats are. We all know that the methodologies of Marxism and progressivism and the Frankfurt School and Saul Alinsky and all of that is just to destroy what we have in terms of civil process. Okay, we don't want to go there. Okay, now the founding fathers threaded together a system and a hierarchy and a process that maximized the use of truth telling in order that the people could govern themselves. And the problem that has arisen is that a lot of the people, in fact, I would guess, most of the people in the United States do not want to govern themselves. Come on, let's be frank. They like to sit in front of the TV. They like to go out and try the latest fad, the latest fashion, the latest glamour. They like to be fed in school. They like to be fed theories and ontologies and taxonomies and knowledge about knowledge. But solving the problems of governance is the last thing on people's minds. Solving problems, all right? In arithmetic in grammar school, the teacher trying to teach problem solving that required arithmetic operations was like pulling teeth. It's still like pulling teeth. And the Democrats, the left's way of solving problems is just to burn down the house and take everything with it. But they don't have a problem solving method that they want to turn to, they think. But they're mistaken. They're mistaken. There is a whole discipline and technology of engineering problem solving that is not being employed in politics. Now, why is that? Because it's not profitable. Okay, you can't make money on it. Now, if you look at other countries where the people actually do govern themselves, and I would take the North Sea, the North Atlantic, and certain cultures in that area as examples, all right? The Faroe Islands. Faroe Islands? Yeah, Faroe Islands. They have their own language, Faroese. Scotland, which for whom the primary language is crossed between English and Gaelic. Okay. Norway, Sweden, Finland. Those people govern themselves, and they do it with an iron fist and a velvet glove. And they are successful at it, and they solve their problems because problem solving is the point of governance. Now, we have the disciplines and the techniques and the methods for large group problem solving. We have them in academia, but academia prefers the money handouts from foreign corporations to teach Marxism because it's more profitable for them. Profit, profit, profit. They don't mind being indulged by billionaire oligarchs with an agenda. And for that reason, I hold academia in the lowest of contempt in this generation. They disgust me because they only talk about theories, ontologies, and taxonomies and talk about what constitutes methods, but they don't do problem solving like interactive management. Now, I took all of John N. Warfield's sessions and courses when I was in graduate school. And he taught interactive management, which is a method. You get a group of 20 or to 40 people in a room with whiteboards all over the room. And these are people who don't know each other. They probably don't trust each other. They have very little in common because they are stakeholders in a problem that is scattered all over them. And they are brought into a gaming process called interactive management that debriefs every individual on the part of the problem which they share with the problem, but that nobody else knows about until the whole room knows what's going on with the problem. And then they have a process for deciding how to address the one point in that predicament where a difference can be made to resolve the problem. We have the methods to solve problems, which our political leaders simply don't pay any attention to. And so O'Connell and Lindsey Graham are just, oh, they don't know what to do. Oh, yes, Mr. Trump is wonderful, but oh my God, what are we going to do after him? Trump is 74. All right, Biden's 79 and has all of the symptoms of being, almost gone. He's almost here, almost gone. Okay. Well, we need a generation of problem solvers now to come into the Republican Party and into the Democratic Party with the Republican principles and the Democratic principles and utilize and learn a process for solving the problems, duh. And the problems are that protection rackets are running everything. Protection rackets are running medicine because big pharma visits, procedures, tests, and drugs are the predominant method over and over and over and over. If the only thing you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So medicine's broken. Psychiatry has become very, very cynical. Governance is ruled by bribery, influence peddling, and nepotism. All right, academia is run on bribes from foreign countries. We have a political system that's no longer running on truth, is no longer honest. And that is what has to get fixed, so that when Mr. Trump, President Trump, does retire, whenever that is, we have a successor who knows how to solve problems, duh. And the mainstream media, of course, obfuscates, prevaricates, confabulates, and adds to the problem. I submit that until the mainstream media's back has been broken and they have been nationalized and broken up so that they can no longer sing the globalist song incessantly at us, until the mainstream media is broken up, we're not going to get anything fixed. The mainstream media is owned by 6 corporations who are the globalist oligarchs. And they are the ones who set up this COVID-19 scamdemic. And they are the ones who make the most money off the vaccines and the drugs, and they are the ones who make the most money off human trafficking, whether the human trafficking is in social services, okay, adoptions, human resource management, as if people are just disposable objects to be moved around on a chessboard. We're just cattle that have to be chipped. We're not running intelligently, okay? And the people with all the money are the problem because they like it that way. Now in Norway and Faroe Islands and Shetland Islands, where life is hard, the people solve problems. Well, our life is becoming hard, and so we're going to have to take a crack at it. We can't just accept what is being handed down to us and the compromises that have been made in the name of profiteering and protection rackets for industries, protection rackets for ideas and ideologies, protection rackets. The nation run as a mafia has occurred long enough. There are enough weapons in the world. Designing more weapons does not make a whole lot of sense right now. Okay? Yes, I'm a pissed off grandma. And you can hear it if, well, the people who are going to hear it are the people who are willing to recognize that what is going on now is going to have to change, or we're going over a cliff. And I hope to God that there are enough people left in the Republican Party who realize that the days of business as usual are over, and we have to start solving problems, that are willing to negotiate with the people who want to run by the 51%, which is democracy, run by the most, control everything by the 51% who are most popular at the time. That's democracy. Republic is to control everything by the people who control the land and the power. That's republic. Monarchy is run as an executive and a hierarchy where the buck stops at the monarch. But people at this point are too ignorant to understand the difference between a monarchy, a republic, and a democracy. They just want their ears tickled. Yes, I'm disgusted today. I hope you are too. Let's do something about it. And this has been Emily Windsor Craig, and thank you for coming by and putting up with me. I love you all. Bye-bye.